This is Derek Staley with ESFI World here at MLG Spring Championship in Anaheim, California, and I'm joined by TaKe. So first of all, thanks for taking time to sit down with us here at MLG. So are you doing anything particular here at MLG, or are you just kind of hanging out, enjoying the show?
I was invited by Blizzard to do some interviews with David, Kim, Dustin Broder, Ilya, and yeah, just to meet a lot of people. That's actually cool because it's my first time for an MLG, second time in America, and I met a lot of people who I actually just know from Skype. That's cool.
What are your impressions of an MLG event? I mean, obviously it's the first time you've been here. It's a pretty good one to come to. It's a pretty big event. So what are your impressions?
Just wow, because we have Heart of the Swarm here, we have the Casper tournament here, we have the MLG finals here. So many good players. The crowd is just awesome. It makes so much fun to just sit somewhere in the middle of the crowd and just listen to the stream, be a part of everything here, of this great esport event. And I had a chance to check out the MLG production and everything, which is still, well, I always try to learn something out of that and just try to improve for myself too, for my own tournament, stuff like that. So it's been great here.
So a lot of people don't really know from the StarCraft 2 scene really your background with Warcraft 3, both as a player and everything else you kind of did, you caster, manager, everything like that. So can you just talk a little bit about your history with Warcraft 3 and StarCraft now?
I started with Brood War. I think as a 14 years old kid or 13, I don't know. Played this game a lot. This was my beginning. I was super hyped and motivated to play a lot. Played like medium good, was quite okay. I became a lot better in the end. But when I started to become a good player, Warcraft 3 came out the beater and I started playing this game. And played for some team called Okrana. Back then they were great. And then I got an offer from SK, so I played quite some years for Team SK. I had the chance to build up a team, a German team, which was like a talent team, managed this team, did some good work, I would say. X-Lord, German player, did well in Warcraft 3. I had some winnings in Warcraft 3 too. At ESWC I managed to play there. I won a car actually, a Smart Roadster, which was like probably my biggest win. Which was a German tournament, we have to mention, but still it was a great win for me. And yeah, after this I started managing some stuff and started my casting career as a German shoutcaster, or actually I started in a TV channel which was Giga TV back then. It was in German television, and yeah, that's how it started. I wanted to promote esport and I was totally in that, and yeah, that's how it started, like being a caster for esport games, and especially StarCraft, Warcraft 3 and then StarCraft 2, and here I am.
Do you ever miss playing at a competitive level now that you're doing more commentating and more organizing, things like that?
Sorry, what again?
Do you ever miss playing at like a high competitive level now that you're doing more commentating and more organizing and things like that?
I would love to play a lot more. I have a show which is called Become a Pro. Mm-hmm. I play from time to time, but whenever I start playing a lot more and slowly become better, because I know I have my mechanics come back and stuff like that. I have to stop because of a tournament, just traveling, or do a lot of office work, which I hate. I really hate it. And then I feel bad because I really would like to show the people that I could at least play a lot better. Yeah, it's a bad feeling actually for me.
So as we mentioned, you're a commentator for ESL. Any desire, especially after coming to an MLG event like this, to do any English casts overseas at events like MLG or like an IEM, anything like that?
I mean, I'm not an official caster for ESL anymore, but yeah, I'm still working with ESL together. Well, MLG is, I think it's probably, I don't know, it's a bit about the crowd, because if you cast a game and you have a huge crowd behind you, it makes it a lot more fun. So you really want to cast this stuff. Besides that, we have great games coming up here, and I know MLG takes care of StarCraft 2 so much. I mean, it's on the big screens here, it's in the middle of the hall, and I have League of Legends, but it's still kinda small compared to StarCraft 2. I would love to be a caster here, but I mean, I'm focused on German cast because my English is not that good compared to German. And I really like to do some jokes, and it's possible in German for me. I'm not like a straight up just only about the game caster. I like to do some off-topic stuff, and that's what the people like when they watch me.
So as you said, you do most of your casts in German. coming in the United States, sometimes we don't really be able to see the scenes in Europe developing. How do you see the German scene right now in StarCraft 2?
I think the German scene is one of the biggest for sure. I mean, we have the huge US market or American market, but in Europe, Germany is by far the biggest. I mean, actually, Germany is probably the only market, together with probably France, who got like big shoutcasters, who got good numbers on German streams. Actually, sometimes they have 10K, 5K, 4K, and I'm not even the only guy doing that. Like there are like 1-2 more guys, Homer J, Calder too, if he streams in German. Got good numbers. That means we have a huge community. We're growing up in esport. Our players, they're doing quite okay. I mean, look at Soccer. It's so sad. He finished 4th in his group while beating big names, Koreans. One more map win and he would have been 1st in his group, and he would have top 6 in the MLG event. And everyone would just go like, what? Yeah, now he's top 20, which I think he didn't deserve top 20. But yeah, the German community, I think we have a great community. They're growing, and it's starting to be more accepted in Germany that esport is like sport.
So you mentioned TaKe, a lot of other good German players. You have TLO, Dark Force, things like that. Any relatively unknown players to people in the United States we might not have seen in bigger events that we might see in the future?
Oh yeah, there's at least one. Krass is his nickname. He's probably, I don't know his ladder ranking right now, but he's easily top 20 if he wants to. And he's a great Terran player. He's really unknown. First experience ever offline was a WCS national final. He did well in there. He could do even better, I think. And if he feels like playing more tournaments, going to more offline events, he can be a great talent and yeah, one of the best Terrans in Europe, that's for sure.
All right, let's talk about HomeStory Cup. Can you talk about really how the first one came together and how it got started?
How it happened?
How the first one came together, yeah.
A few friends met up, grabbed a beer, played some games, and just decided to stream it and have a small fun tournament with, I think, €500 on the line. Show the people it makes fun playing StarCraft at your place with friends. Like, this was the message. Hey, you can just bring friends, play a tournament. I mean, doesn't matter if it's bronze, if it's Gold League, if it's Grandmaster. You can just play, have fun. And that's what we had actually, and yeah, then we noticed, wow, the people think the same, and they have fun watching this stuff. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously it's evolved a lot since then. You have players casting it, cameras all over the place. You know, what really do you think it is specifically that makes it so appealing? Do you think it's just the player interaction, or is it just a matter of the laid-back atmosphere?
Like what's why HomeStory is?
Yeah, why do you think it's so popular?
Why is it so popular? It's authentic. The players can be themselves. And the atmosphere, it's just great. I mean, there's so many good players. I mean, imagine there is a Demarker, an MC, they're just being themselves, they're dancing in a stream. Demarker is just coming from like some corner randomly, or is in the window doing some strange smileys. You don't do that if you're in a tournament where you feel stressed, where you feel like, I have to play a game right after this, I need a break, I'm tired, I don't know, exhausted and so on. At HomeStory Cup, I try to let the people feel comfortable, relaxed, get good food all day long with a cook. I think there's no tournament in the world where you just stay in this flat, in the location all day long. Whenever you're finished with games, you just leave. But at HomeStory Cup, you just stay. You talk to the players, you play poker, you play Guitar Hero, FIFA, whatever. And you feel that even as a viewer. You're like, oh wow, these guys have fun. It's cool to be there. There's an Irish pub downstairs. You can just grab a beer, talk to fans. And actually they do that. It's not that easy to always grab the good players and get signs and everything. But I think this is a special thing about HomeStory Cup. The atmosphere, the players feel good, and the players don't feel like it's just some random tournament. It's like, this is unique, you know, it's a niche where we are probably the only guys, and all of them are friends, and that's why we have not always the best players in the tournament. Some of them are just good friends, and they're good players for sure, they're pro gamers, but actually they probably don't compete with the very best.
So, as you mentioned, nobody's really been able to mimic what you guys do. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's just it's impossible to really copy what you do, or is it just nobody's really tried?
I hope no one tries. I think if someone would ever try, the community wouldn't be that happy. First of all, for sure depends on how good they are, because most of the times a copy is not as good as the original. And I don't know if the players would be happy. I mean, for sure, a lot of people would just join in if the prize money is good and you offer like a great setup and everything. But eventually, the players would also think, okay, wow, these guys just copy a good product, and this feels not real or authentic. Yeah, actually, I don't hope that anyone is copying it, but right now, as long as I feel I do a good job, people would join my place, and there are so many tournaments already. Why would you join a copy when there is an MLG, IPL, a DreamHack, GSL, and so on?
All right, so we have HomeStory 5 coming up. The qualifiers are underway. Anything new we can expect, or just more of the same?
It's not 100% sure, but one thing is that we would like to have a public viewing outside. We had the Irish pub. It was so crowded. People were even leaving the place because it was too crowded. Totally understandable, because there might be 120 people in it, and HomeStory Cup is fun to be there, and even the Germans, all of them would like to go. This time we have if the city don't bitch around, we have like tons of seats outside and have public viewing outside together with the public's viewing inside. So there will be a lot of seats, tables, everything, and in best case even barbecue for everyone outside, for all the fans. This is cool to have. We want to improve with the technical stuff, the cameras, even light. Small things, which cost a lot of money, but in the first one I think the viewers won't actually see that. But like, if you watch the whole show, then you feel like, well, this show was better. I don't even know why, but it's about the technical stuff. The mics are probably better, the cameras are better, the pictures are better, the light was better. That means the camera picture was probably even better. We have more people working on the product, so some more experience in the stuff. Besides that, it's summer, which is great, because Wydra already promised to do barbecue inside for everyone with his wife. I think she does some nice salads, once again, like HomeStory Cup 3. Rice, the SK Rice, the team manager of Team SK, he wants to bring a Korean barbecue, like some good Korean food. I think we're gonna have some more players which we missed at HomeStory Cup 4, which are fun to watch, which is Wydra, by the way, one of them. Cars is also coming. I hope we're gonna have, I'm quite sure the lineup will be better than last time. The level of skill will be a bit better, and the level of fun, because of the characters, will be better. So both together, this is the main things about HomeStory Cup. We'll make it even better, hopefully.
All right, Dennis, thank you very much. Any last words?
Thank you for everyone supporting HomeStory Cup, everything I do. I mean, my main community is in Germany, so thank you to these guys. They are so great. But whenever it comes to HomeStory Cup, I feel esports is one huge community, and everyone does what they like to do and what they love to do. And if I can be a part of it, thank you for letting me one part of that. And I hope I can make everyone happy with the next HomeStory Cup.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.